Hello everyone, how are you all today? This video is just going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that, things I've been making. No larger projects at the moment, but I have been playing around with a few things and also organising my crafty space as well. So a lot of stuff I've been doing isn't sort of something I can show you right now. First thing I did was I altered a box, and this box was from Gail, I think it was. Sent me a lovely package at Christmas time, and this was one of the boxes that she sent me, and I thought I'd have a play around with my stencils and texture paste and my sprays. Use my sprays in there as well, and some paint, and this is pretty much how it turned out, and I really like that effect. Just let me back that up a little bit, that's a bit easier to see, isn't it? So that's just a little box I've made. So just covered it in dictionary paper, and that turned out quite pretty. So that's the first thing I've made. Another thing that I was making is some little bags, and the first one I made was this one here. Just out of book paper once again. I've made similar bags to this before. I think I sent everyone in the book page challenge, all the winners received a little envelope style book paper or music paper bag or pocket. And I recently saw Sonia was making book paper, little tiny ones, absolutely adorable, and it got me to thinking, oh, you know, I could make some more of those as well. And so I have used 2 sheets of book paper, dictionary book paper on this, one for the back and one for the front, and I've also wrapped it in some glassine paper as well. I left this section here of the glassine open, slid in some little butterfly appliques. I hope you can see that. You can in real life, but there we go. See, there's one, there's another one, and there's another one there. And once I'd popped those in and glued them in place, and I just ran a very tiny bit of glue around the top and secured that glassine shut. And on the front there, I've just layered it with 3 little laces. This one here, a little embroidery anglaise there, and this really pretty pink and white ribbon one there. Put some half-back pearls and a lovely butterfly on the front from Louisa, and I've sewn that all together. You can see the stitching on the back there. So that's the first one I've made, and I left that image on the front because that's all about flowers and butterflies and flowers, you know, they tend to go together. And then I made 2 smaller ones, very similar idea, book paper. This is just 1 sheet of book paper, just folded, left a little gap, folded the top over like that. I've made a border out of book paper there with my border punch, put that on the front, sewn some ribbon in a zigzag stitch there, and just embellished it with some pretty satin flowers and things and a bow. Inside I've put 3 flowers cut out of the same lace that I've put in here, and that was from Amanda, who is Scrimping Mummy, I think, and secured those under the glassine. And this one's done exactly the same, just using slightly different colours, and I think they turned out quite pretty as well, just to pop a few things in to give to people from time to time. What else did I make? I did make other things. Oh, here we go. I made a lovely little heart box, and I just noticed one of the beads is missing, so there's supposed to be a little red bead down here as well, so we'll just pretend it's there. Just an image from the internet, I think, on the front there. It's a plastic box that I've covered in book paper once again. Around the edge I've put this gathered white and gold lace, and then some lovely sequin trim in the center of it. See the pretty pinks and yellows it picks up there? Really pretty. Lots of glitter. Just layered the bird over the top and the crown. just to sort of pop them up a little bit. Some beads and doodad flowers and rhinestones in that. And then inside I have some beautiful little hearts that I made. Now Rosanne was making puffy hearts on her channel a little while ago, and I really like them, but hers has, you know, very big hearts. And a while ago I'd come across an image on Pinterest, which I will link down below also, of a tin full of these tiny little hearts, very similar to this, but not exact, of course. And I'd completely forgotten about them, and then it came up in my Pinterest stream again a week or so ago, and I thought I'm going to make some of those for Valentine's, and I think they've turned out really cute. It's just 2 pieces of book paper, and I have a tutorial on this on the Helmar blog, which I will also link below. 2 pieces of book paper stuck together, stuffed with some offcuts of paper. I've stitched around the edge of them and glittered the edge as well, and I found all the little embellishments that I could with very, you know, similar sizes and similar colour, and I think they turned out so pretty. And they're a nice gift to give to somebody, or you could just use them on your work as embellishments to tuck into places and things like that. And there's the little box. It looks like a little bed, doesn't it? But that's just to ensure that the first heart I put in there actually stays upright so that the rest of them can lay in there nicely as well. So it's got some pink lace and tulle in there, and some pink lace in the lid part. You can see the plastic sort of shining through. Not a lot I can do about that. And once again, that lovely little heart image that I used on my index cards that I showed previously. So here we go, we put them all back in there, and they do sit in there lovely, and then close it up and they don't get squashed at all. And that's just another little gift to give to somebody. And I must put that other bead in there. What else did I make? Oh, okay, I have made some lace spools, and this is something I saw last night just before I went to bed and absolutely loved it. And these I got from Sabine. She's just put up a tutorial on how to make these lovely lace spools, and I will put a link to her channel in the description box below. If you don't know Sabine's work, it's absolutely gorgeous. It is in, I think, German, but no problem understanding what she's doing. And that's the beauty of crafting, isn't it? If you watch someone do something, you can basically see what they're doing. She has a gorgeous blog. It's Elfin Pulver, and does gorgeous work. And she has a tutorial on making these lovely lace holders. Aren't they just beautiful? So I've made 3, and they're just slightly, you know, different sizes. You make them to the size of the lace that you want, and there's a wide one there, and it's a very simple thing to do, but how pretty do they look? And I love how they turned out. Really pretty. Very lovely idea that is. So head on over and have a look at what she did. Now I've probably made mine a little bit shorter that way because that's the chipboard I had to work with, but you can make them as long as you like, and as you can see, you can make them different thicknesses to suit the lace that you want to put in there. When I want to use the lace, all I have to do is pull it out. I don't have to remove this paper piece if I don't want to. It's simple enough for me to just unravel my lace and take as much as I need and then just pin it back in. But if you make your, see, you can slide this along quite easily. I have just, there's the end of my lace there, as you can see, and I've just put a little pin in that just to hold it, and then put my little thing over the top. How was the lighting? I got myself a new globe. It seems to be working better, and I hope it is. I thought there was something else to show you. I have been doing a lot of things, but it's not all showable at the moment. Doing a quick scan here. I've been making some of my storage to look pretty, so I will show you that next month after my challenge has finished. Oh, I've made a little book. It's not quite finished, but I can show you that, I guess. I don't want to do another video just to show it, so I'll show you that as well. That's a little book, and I was watching Rosanne again a little while ago, and she was making things out of all the scraps and bits and pieces just lying around her, and I thought, how lovely. And this was before I started organising my room. And so I started making this, and it's just made out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, so it's very soft, and I just started using my scraps and offcuts of things, and of course there's other bits and pieces that aren't scraps that are in there, but the majority of the laces and things are from my scrap box. So that's the cover, and it's not really a book about anything in particular. It's just a little book made from scraps, but it does have a theme, I guess. Wings, it's butterflies and birds, the majority of it. So yeah, that's what it is. There's a bird there on the front on that cluster, because Rosanne does the most beautiful clustering, so I thought I'd give that a go on clustering. And lots of glitter. And this is the first page here, and these are some lovely dies that Carol sent me a long time ago. And there's a tag, and I think this was off some packaging, and I've just made a tag with that package, with that flower, some offcuts of lace there, and die cuts made into pockets, and more offcuts of laces here. A little pretty piece of trim there. There we go, just butterflies, and this has still got to have a little verse put in here as well, and some die cuts that I was sent, and more offcuts. And this page, it was just a lovely little bit of trim, and I'd had all these tatty bits at the end, so I left those on. That's a piece that Kerry sent me, and it just looked nice with the little tatty bits and a lovely key and a flower. Another little offcut there from a bit of it was a little bit of trim I had left from Tresors, and 4 little strands, so I put those there with a little bit of lace and a butterfly. Then the last page needs to have a quote put in there, and that's just my last page there. That's an old flower I'd started making and didn't want to use, and it was in my scrap box, so I put it in there as well. So that was just my little scrappy book that I made, and of course I've just got bits of curtaining holding it all together, and these ribbons here are actually off the little dress form from my $20 challenge. The dress form originally had these really skinny ribbons tied in a bow behind her, and I kept them, and they're on there now. So I made that, and that's pretty much what I've been doing in the last few weeks. So keeping busy. It's terribly hot, but sometimes if we keep ourselves a little bit busy, we don't feel it quite as much, do we? One would hope anyway. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's keeping well and keeping themselves busy, and just doing a quick scan to see if there's anything else that I can show you. And no, the other stuff can't be showed. No, can't be shown just yet. But thank you so much for calling by. I hope you like what I made, and do go and pay the people that I mentioned a visit, because they do make lovely things. And I'll put Sonia's channel down below as well, because she's been making some cute little, I'll put the video, she's been making some cute little book paper things recently as well. So, okay, take care everybody. Bye.